this year, real estate agents have to follow new practices. There's a new report out from PwC. Mortgage rates have slipped. Top 5 emerging trends poised for a comeback.
What's up, y'all? We're gonna talk about what's hot and what's not in the real estate market in 2025. Now, if you guys don't know, because you haven't been in real estate as long as I have, real estate has drastically changed since 2016 to now 2025. So it's amazing to see how it's twisted and turned. Now, the few points that we're gonna mention is, number one, how has marketing changed? So that way you can find the best deals. Secondly, how has remodels changed? So that way you can sell those deals for as much money as possible. And then also, how has the acquisition strategy changed that works best for today's scenario so you guys can maximize profit? So without any further ado, let's get into it. What's up, guys? It's your boy Swan Belcher. This is me taking action right here on Instagram and YouTube. Today we're in one of my Airbnbs. I'm actually getting ready to sell it. Praise God. I'm actually doing something a little different right now. I'm actually selling as many properties as I have to sell in order to pay off my house. And I'll make another video on why and how I'm doing that and how many houses I think I'm gonna have to sell out of my portfolio of 70 doors in order to pay off my house. But today I'm here, number one, because I have some car parts in the garage that I'm selling, so I had to meet the guy here. But number two, so I can make videos like this for you. So number one, the first thing that has changed a lot is the marketing game. You know, when I first came through, I mean, nobody was talking about cold calling, but the internet and social media and Max Maxwell blew up the cold calling scene. Now there's a bunch of, now there's a bunch of people that know about the do not call list. The text messaging softwares and laws have gotten stricter. Even the cold calling laws just got changed again just in January of this year. So that all of those different laws, changes, and rules, what people know and the complaints that are coming through affects how you're able to get in contact with sellers. Because realistically, if a law changes and it restricts you from making a certain amount of text per day or to a certain phone number, or you can't text a phone number for somebody that hasn't talked to you before, or you can't text message 10 phone numbers for one person, clearly that's going to mess up, bring your numbers down on how many sellers you actually contact. And when that happens, you contact less people, you get less leads, you make less offers, your business goes down, and your marketing money goes down the drain. Okay, so of course, marketing has changed with all these new laws and rules that are coming about how we go about finding sellers off market away from the MLS. Now, if you guys don't know, we go off market because that is our way to get the realtors out of the way in order to get the best possible deals possible. Whenever you have a realtor in the way, in between the deal, when you find a house on the MLS, the job of that realtor is to negotiate the best way possible for their client, get them the most amount of money so they can get paid the most amount of commission they can possible. And of course, us as the real estate investor, we want the exact opposite. We want to pay the least amount of money, for the best property possible, so that way we can make the most amount of money when we get ready to sell or refinance. Okay, so marketing has changed. I will say that those outbound strategies still work. Don't get me wrong. RVMs, cold calling, text messaging blast still work. It just takes a lot more of them in order for them to work as well as they did before. So if you are running with 2 cold callers before, you ain't saying nothing if you ain't got 4. You know what I mean? Your lead flow is way down if you ain't got 4. And that's just my personal experience with that. You're just not getting the leads. Outside of just the rules happening with marketing, you also have the market, just the general market that's happening. We are still at an all-time low. The United States is still needing housing to provide its citizens, and it just doesn't have enough to provide the citizens of the United States. And so with that happening, of course, people realize that, hey, if I sell this property, I'm not gonna have anywhere to go. So a lot of people are keeping the properties unless something bad happens or unless they have a new opportunity they can jump into, which of course is decreasing the lead flow as well. Now, let me tell you what is working, okay? What is working in 2025 when it comes to marketing. Number one, Okay, it is inbound leads. Okay, it's inbound leads. People who are reaching out to you. Now, how you get them to reach out to you, that will be on for you to determine. But inbound leads are popping. I should say they're popping because as cheap as cold calling was, like I said, you have to do more of that, and then you have more regulations. So you have to do more stuff in order to make it work at a scale. You're trying to get 10 leads or 20 leads a day. That's hard. That's hard to do. It's hard to do. It's expensive to do. So in order to get, 10 leads or 20 leads in cold calling, really that doesn't lead to a deal. It's just leads, people who might consider selling. Maybe not now, maybe in the future. Maybe they just want to hear a number so they know where they are. But inbound leads, they're looking for you and they're asking you for an offer. So they're more likely to accept an offer and be ready to accept an offer sooner because they're looking for you. So I'm talking about PPC, so pay-per-click advertisement, you running an ad on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube or something like that, or even PPL, which is a totally new thing that, when I first started was not a thing. You can pay a marketing company to handle all the everything, the advertising, the first phone call. All they give you is a lead. You don't do any of the ad management or anything. They just send you, hey, this is this person's name. This is their phone number. Here's the address. This is what they want. They're ready to sell. And it's just like a layup kind of lead. Now I will say, in order to make this work, you need to be willing to put in, boom, 3,000 because you're paying for leads. And when you were paying for leads like this, every marketing channel is paying for leads. But in this particular case, you're not doing anything but paying for leads. So with that level of convenience, you do have to be ready to just say, hey, here's my full month marketing budget, $3,000, take it. I'm waiting for you. And that's probably the only thing that I don't like about it is that you have to wait. But the leads that come in are hot. That's what inbound leads do. Direct mail still works, guys. And realistically, if you don't know, we're in a transitional period between the baby boomers that own land. Baby boomers that own 5 acres and up, did homesteading, did farming, did industrial land, that kind of thing. And have you not noticed there's no farms in the area, that are operating? Where are the cows at? Where are the fields at? That's because those people are getting older, they're passing away, and nobody wants to take that kind of stuff on. So it's a huge opportunity right now, to get some of that land, to buy those farms, get that USDA money, get that SBA money, and go buy that land, start you a farm, and make you some money out here using this land. The second thing, actually, that was hot, but to address the second thing that's hot in this particular market right now is how you got to rehab these houses. Consider this. The average property in the United States is almost $500,000. In cities like mine, the median home price in 2017 was like $165,000. Now that median home price is like $270,000. So with this higher price point, people are expecting to step into nicer homes at the average price point in your area. So if you're buying property to fix up to resell, your remodels gotta be remodeled, okay? Now, if you're an investor like me, I will say my remodels are not perfect. I never said they were. I leave equity in my homes because I know they're not perfect, and that attracts the home buyer that wants to buy a little fixer upper. Like this house right here is great. It looks good, but there's a couple things that it could use. Like I'm looking at this window trim. It could be done a little bit better. That little transition piece right there on that floor could be done a little bit better. But this is a fantastic, look at this. This is a fantastic, look at that. A fantastic little house right here, So your renovations need to be on point if you want to get top dollar. But for whatever reason, if you are okay, like I said, I'm the fix and flipper that leaves a little equity. Example, if I have a house that can sell for $250,000, I might list that house for $240,000 or $235,000. I'll leave a little equity in there for the person that doesn't want to overpay, so they can feel good about their investment, that they're buying it. Now, what I'm seeing that people are liking in these houses is recessed cans everywhere. The houses that sell the quickest for me are the houses that are, number one, 3 bedrooms, 2 bath or more. But also when you step in the front door, you can see the living room, you can see into the kitchen, and you might be able to see into another room, but you can essentially see 3 different areas. You walk in and they get that wow factor of, oh, that's a living room, the kitchen, and then maybe a bedroom, dining room or something like that, or an office area. A lot of people want that wow factor because the price points are higher, and so they're expecting to get what they want in these different price ranges, okay? Even though people are just not taking into account that things are more expensive, but because the people who are actually able to qualify for the loans, who can afford the down payments, who can afford to, clean up their credit and all those good things, they want what they want. So we as investors have to give them what they want, okay? They want the modern upgrades. They want the tile in the bathroom. Stop putting the LVP that cracks in the bathrooms, okay? They want the tile in the bathroom. They don't want no water getting it under the floor. They want the granite countertops. Stop buying laminate countertops. When you get these houses and you sell them over 200 grand, over 300 grand, don't put laminate in there. If there's a shed, clean the freaking shed out, put some paint on it, maybe in that shed even throw up some drywall and some insulation and put a nice light up there so that way the man can see that this is his man cave, okay? Stop leaving your houses with no blinds. Put some blinds in there, Stop not staging your property. Stage that freaking house so people can see how they're going to be living in it so they can visualize what the freak going on. Change the front doors. Rehabs need to have some level of class and quality to them in today's market in order to get the best results. Now, does this mean you might have to up your contractor? Yes. Does this mean that you might have to buy better materials? Absolutely. But is this going to allow you to succeed in today's fix and flip market? Absolutely. Then lastly, number 3 is let's talk about your acquisition strategies. If you are paying cash and that's your only acquisition strategy and you not going balls to the wall on marketing every single month, the only way you're going to be able to keep up is by bringing in creative financing right now. If you are not dropping that bag on marketing, marketing, you just spending all day marketing on the phone. If you're not doing that, you have to, in order to keep up, and I'm talking about making $100,000 a month in this business, okay? If you guys want to make $5,000 a month, that's very easy. You ain't even got to do a deal every single month. You can do a deal every 3 months and make $5,000 a month. I'm talking about for the guys that want to make $100,000 a month. If you're not going balls to the wall, $10,000 a month or more on marketing. If you spending $3,000 to $5,000 a month and you want to make $100,000 a month, you need to get into creative financing. Subject to seller financing, being creative with buying properties with title issues and raising private money is a must. If you don't, it's just hard. Everybody got more cash than you. Everybody got more cash than me. And so the only way to outbeat these fools is to outsmart them. Think about deals creatively, come up with different scenarios, really do numbers and analyze these deals. Now, if you need help analyzing a deal, you can book a call with me. I'll show you how I analyze deals in typically 3 to 4 ways so I can maximize my profit. But until then, we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.